memorable memory of yourself?
We are family. And then the group is like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you're dance! And then the next thing is they started. Hi.
How are you?
Good. Hi, my name is Kitty, and I'm the principal planner of WeDo Weddings, etc. So WeDo Weddings started in 2012, and currently we have about 10 employees, full-time and part-times, and we have about 5 planners on board right now, and also our other team will be the operation team. I've been working at the company for about 4 years now, so I joined the company in 2016. So as the principal planner, I manage the whole planning team and the company internal operation in terms of anything related to planning. So I handle a lot of my couples, personalized planning, and to work with them closely to develop their dream wedding. So I always like to describe planner as if you're building a house from scratch, the planner is the one to draw the whole full picture and execute it. The most fun part of this job, I guess, is that I get to learn a lot about couples' personality, their stories, and what they love to do, and be able to create an event that's memorable for them. Well, I really enjoy doing this job, and to me it's not just a job, it's also my passion. But I guess if I have to pick anything, it's definitely the stressful side of it. Event is always just one-time thing, right? So you only have one chance to make it happen. A really good example is when we had a wedding in Hawaii. This one was it happened earlier this year, just before the lockdown actually. Wedding is actually planned by a very famous wedding planning company in China. And because of the whole lockdown COVID situation, they're not able to have their whole team over to Hawaii. So we was there as a support for them, so support team. When we arrived, it's already like the whole wedding downsized from 120 people to 28 people because of the COVID situation. There's quarantine and all that, so a lot of the guests cannot make it, including the bride's parents. So it was a very difficult planning situation just to begin with. However, when we're on site, we face even more challenges because everything is brand new to us, that we have to find a solution and problem solving as we go. We spend more than 24 hours set up the day before the wedding, and finally it was the wedding day. On the day in the morning, I arrived at the couple's hotel. Everything was going smooth, it was sunny, the weather's amazing, and then we headed to the venue. As we passed by this tunnel, it started to rain like crazy, and then the whole wedding is obviously outdoor. That's not the end of the story. The story is that it was a flooded situation in Hawaii. Like, it's something that I cannot imagine that, in a wedding in Hawaii would get flooded. We have to basically leave the venue because they have to close the whole venue down due to the flooding situation. We were stuck on site for more than 2 hours, and then the wedding shut down on the day of. We thought that we have to make this happen for the couple regardless, and definitely we're not able to go back into the venue. So we right away looked for another venue, and then the wedding was finally posted and happened the day after the original wedding day. So I think this is a really great example, is because all this situation is something unexpected. You cannot plan for it, but you can only solve the problems as you go. Well, there's many events that I guess have a very special place in my heart. If I have to pick one, it's so hard to pick. But let me see. This one, Fan and Han. This is one of the wedding that has a very special place in my heart. It's not about how difficult the wedding is, but how fun it was and how personalized it was. The couple, they love dancing. The groom's a b-boy. So all he requests is that he wanted to do a surprise dance. So the first day I met them, they're like, oh, I wanted to do a surprise dance for the bride at the wedding. And I'm like, you know, there's a reason why it's called surprise, is that you don't tell the other person. And I'm like, maybe you wanted to stop there now. Like, let's not reveal too much. There's a lot of fun moments. The whole crew, the groomsmen crew is all b-boys. And like the whole wedding is just really cool, very untraditional. For their signing song is "We Are Family." So it's very, very different, because usually people would go for more like classical music, you know, like it's the kind of wedding that I would want for myself. That is not about how fancy the decor and everything else are, but really about them. So for them, one thing I wanted to say is the groom loves church's chicken. So their like late night snack was church's chicken and shin ramen, like instant noodle. So yeah, I think wedding is all about personalizing and then to reflect what you love and who you are. I think no matter how fancy the decorations are, or you know, the food is very important, but like all these, I guess the glamour side of it, of course, is very important because it's an overall experience. But then what guests will leave with and remember, it's the whole journey that they go through on the day off, and then you know how well everything ties in together, and there's no like silent moment basically. The whole journey at WeDo, I would say, like, let us tell your story. Like, that is something that I love the most, and something that I learned the most throughout this past few years.